In the next video that I'm going to play, I would like to know if you find this to be very informative or the question still eludes you. Now, I'm at the point in my life where I don't really look for it. It's not that big of a deal until I'm involved with another person. But this young lady here is giving a couple of signs that will let you know if a woman has a high body count. Let's dig.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers.
A lot of men. There are obvious signs that a woman has slept with a lot of men. These are the most important signs. Number one, she is an expert. There are many men, they tell you they want a woman who is an expert on bed, knowing that you are ready to accept a woman that has slept with many men. Because normally, practice makes perfect. For you to be perfect at anything you do means you have practiced, you have done this with many other men. This is not their first timer. So that is it. Fornication normally is not even a thing encouraged. But whether in marriage or in relationship, when you meet a girl that is so expert, they know different styles, they can do it anyhow, know that they have slept with many men. Of course, that is why they are perfect at what they do. Secondly,
Before I even go to number two, I do want to say this. You can be a pretty decent lover with one partner. Let me put y'all on something. If this is your first time with each other intimately, you can learn each other's rhythm. You can learn how to improve chemically, spiritually. Like, to be honest with you, the only reason people end up becoming insatiable with multiple partners is because once you've experienced sex and you're not equally yoked with the person that you initiated with in the beginning, you're left with that thrill of how it felt from the other person. So it didn't work out with them. You want to find it somewhere else. And then what happens is you get introduced to a different person with a different body structure, body type, weight, girth, whatever. And you begin to notice that there are a variety of different approaches to intimacy with people. That is one of the main reasons why folks end up sleeping around with a whole bunch of people. You weren't supposed to be dealing with all these different folks in the first place, but it's very possible to be experienced with one person. All it takes is you to be with the right person and the communication is open. But that's just my opinion.
they are never satisfied. Yes, this is one major sign. They never get satisfied. No matter what you do, they want to go more and more and more because they have large appetite for that. They have done it with different people. So this is a major sign when she always wants to go more and more, no matter how hard you try. This is a sign. Finally, she is cool with one night stand. A responsible girl will not accept one night stand with you. You just meet her on the way and she goes with you. It shows that she is willing to go out with anybody at any time. That is not love, because you can't just love someone at first sight. I personally, I don't believe in love at first sight. And I don't believe that love does not die. Love can die. Love can resurrect. Okay? When we exaggerate, true love does not die. That is in the movie. What is love? What is love? Love is that affection. Attitude destroys affection. And there are people, when their love dies, it is very hard to come back. While others, it can also come back. So let's not deviate from what we were talking about. When a woman is cool with one night stand,
hold on. Let me address something real quick. Love only dies when the love was never real in the first place. If you were never connected to that person seriously, it does have an expiration date. A lot of men and women base their relationships off of intangibles, the thrill, the emotions that's invoked from orgasms and obtaining some level of adoration from the other person and vice versa. It has nothing to do with spiritual awareness or that divine connection whatsoever. That's where people get that shit confused from. What she's talking about is a person who has had sex with so many different people that their body chemistry is fucked up. Everything about their insides is diluted so much that they have different soul ties to people. It's hard for them to triangulate this from that. That's why people get bored and they can't seem to find gratification with a person very long because they're so used to bouncing from this to that.
don't think because she likes you, that is the way she does with other men. So if a girl is willing to go on one night stand with you, know that she has been with a lot of men. In fact, she is a called girl, willing to go with any man for any cost. That is the only explanation. So these are the three major signs to show that a woman has slept with a lot of men. To show that a woman has slept with a lot of men. There are some men, they feel that when you have a loosed VJ, it is a sign that you have slept with a lot of men. Lies. There are girls, naturally, they are like that. Maybe some have given birth and they were not able to take care of themselves. So it is not always on that area. Maybe some are used to what is bigger than yours. So it does not really mean that when she has a loosed stuff, she has slept with a lot of men. No, that is not part of it at all. So get this and know this. Okay, these are not sure signs. These are not sure signs. I'm not telling you.
I'm not really mad at her or anything that she said. She's pretty spot on, minus a few things that she left out. Um, Again, the world is filled with STDs and viruses and emotionally unavailable people because they got attached through the flesh and they can't decipher between lust and emotional awareness whatsoever. That's exactly why people crash out, go to jail, end up in the grave because they mistook the orgasm for I love you. Your I love yous are your orgasms. Your trauma bonds come from your inability to connect with a person on an intellectual level, on a mental, spiritual level, on an emotional level. And you didn't do the work necessary to understand the differences between the two. That's why you have what you have now. But I'm not mad at her assessment. These are pretty obvious ones to me. Anyone who is extremely experienced, if I was to be intimate with somebody now, I would already know they've been with multiple people. I wouldn't have to ask you how many folks you slept with. That's not necessary at all. I would stay clear away from folks that have one night stands though. And I sure still would stay away from someone who was readily available to just open their legs up just because y'all seem like y'all like the same TV shows on Netflix and shit like that. But let me know in the comment section what you thought about the video. Uh, Salutes and blessings.
Merry Christmas, filthy animals. And a Happy New Year.